My name is Arabella. I am 21 years old, and I study in a college far from my hometown. When I first joined the college, I was excited about everything: new friends, new life, and freedom. Our class was big and noisy. Everyone had their own small groups. I had 3 close friends, Mia, Zoe, and Lily. We always sat together in the middle row, sharing snacks and secrets. We thought college was all about fun and laughter. But one semester, everything changed because of a new girl. Her name was Hadia. She was quiet and shy. She joined our class in the middle of the year. She always sat in the corner by the window, writing notes silently. She never talked to anyone unless someone asked her something. At first, I didn't care much. But Mia said one day, "Look at her clothes, Arabella. She dresses like an old lady." We laughed. I know it sounds cruel, but at that time, we thought it was just fun. We didn't realize how our words could hurt someone. Every lunch break, Hadia sat alone under the big tree in the garden, reading a small notebook. Zoe once peeked and said, "She's always writing something, maybe love letters to herself." We all laughed again. One afternoon, when the teacher didn't come to class, we were bored. Lily whispered, "Let's play a prank on her." I hesitated, but then I nodded. We went to her desk when she went to the washroom. Inside her bag, we found that same small notebook. We opened it, and what we saw wasn't funny at all. It was full of poems and letters. But not love letters. They were letters to her mother. Words like, "I miss you, Mama. I wish you were here to see me study. I'm trying to be strong." I stopped reading. My heart felt heavy. But before I could say anything, Mia said, "Oh, poor baby still writes to her mom." She laughed loudly and passed the notebook around. When Hadia came back and saw us laughing with her notebook, her face turned white. She looked at me, her eyes full of tears. "Give it back," she said softly. But Zoe held it up and said, "Why don't you read it for the whole class?" Everyone laughed. I wanted to stop them, but I didn't. I stood there, silent. Hadia snatched the notebook and ran out of the room. After that day, she never came back to class. The first day, we thought she was just embarrassed. The second day, we joked that she was hiding. But as the week passed, the laughter faded. Our teacher asked, "Does anyone know why Hadia hasn't come?" No one answered. I looked at the window where she used to sit. The seat looked empty, lonely. One morning, I saw a notice on the college board. It said, "In memory of our student Hadia. May her soul rest in peace." I felt the ground slip under my feet. Mia gasped. "What does that mean?" The teacher came in quietly. She said, "Hadia passed away 2 nights ago. She was found unconscious in her hostel room. The doctors said it was suicide." I felt my chest tighten. My eyes burned. Suicide. Those words hit me like thunder. I remembered her trembling voice, her eyes when we laughed at her. I remembered her notebook filled with letters to her mother. That evening, I couldn't stop crying. I went to the garden and sat under that same big tree where she used to sit. The wind was cold. I felt so empty. A few days later, I went to the hostel where Hadia had lived. The warden let me in because she thought I was her friend. Her small room was neat. On her desk, there was a photo of her and her mother, smiling together. Next to it, there was a letter. I opened it slowly. It said, "Dear Mama, I tried to be strong. I really did. But college is hard. People laugh at me, and I feel invisible. I miss you so much. I thought coming here would make you proud. But I feel so lonely, Mama. I want to see you again." My hands shook as I read the last line. Maybe in heaven, I won't feel alone anymore. Tears fell on the paper. I couldn't breathe. My chest hurt as I whispered, "I'm sorry, Hadia. I'm so sorry." When I went back to college, everything felt different. Her bench near the window stayed empty. No one ever sat there again. Our teacher told us gently, "Always be kind. You never know what someone is going through. We don't know their battles." Those words broke me inside. From that day, I changed. I stopped making fun of anyone. I started helping students who were alone. I learned something that day. Sometimes, the quietest people are the ones fighting the loudest battles. If I could go back in time, I would sit beside her. I would listen. I would be kind. But now, all I can do is remember her smile and her soft voice. Now, every time I see an empty seat, I think of her. Hannah, the girl who just wanted a friend. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to like, comment, and share. Thank you so much for listening to my story.